Knees are wide away from each other. And as we catch hold of the ankle, we're going to reach across. So notice what it's like to come in and use the floor. Decide if what you prefer is to catch hold and use the strap. But all of a sudden we have a lower back stretch and great space between the shoulder blades. Very good. Inhale, come upright. Exhale and switch. Catch and hold that ankle. Using both arms in a tugging and a pulling motion. Finding that this is a pretty significant lower back stretch. Great hip work, big space between the shoulder blades. Nice. Inhale, come on up. And shift the strap to between the feet so that we get to hook from both sides, still cross the arms, still catch hold, a light bend of the knees, and we're going to stay upright for just a little bit and lengthen the neck. So when we tug with the arms, it is nice strength work for the back of the shoulders. So the poem I read at the beginning was called Joy for No Reason. And I'll repeat it again toward the end. It was making note that every moment is filled with joy, that despite what is going on around us, there is an opportunity to appreciate this moment, because this moment is what we've got. All right, wonderful. As you are ready, bring your feet together. And as you hold on to the straps, slide the elbows beside your rib cage, sit nice and tall, and feel the engagement through the back. Lift your gaze, keep a light bend of the knees. You typically have a hold. It is nice to hold onto this pose at the very top and strengthen the spine. Slide off your prop now. Keep the sitting bones with a firm surface. And continuing to use the strap, we are here. When you're ready for change, one leg out of the strap, one leg extending all the more, and aim to come closer to sitting upright. Here. We use this for continued core strengthening. It's become quite familiar. Let's switch legs. Now come upright, keep drawing yourself up. So the arms substitute for some of the core, in which case now we'll repeat with out the strap. Place the hands behind you, come into this goat pose. Recognize the deep hip flexors are all on. They include the quadriceps. And that your hands are light, yes? As you place the feet down, as you plant the hands comfortably, consider lifting the sternum. We'll come back and do baby fish toward the end of our practice. But whether from here or with your blocks, consider lifting. And if you're lifting a little bit, that's enough. And if you're lifting any amount more, this is your practice. Go between those two places yet again. As you repeat, one or both legs, you're here. If you are ready to take the arms ahead, come and reach. As you counterbalance, placing your hands behind you, come and lift. As we continue, we will use the blocks. So these movements are yet familiar, and we continue to use them in a building way. I want to use one or both legs lifted, right? This works beautifully, just one. Building time. Enjoying variation. To this table position. Moving on, using great abdominal wall. We're gonna draw in. So explore whether you want to use both legs here or one planted. So they both have a pushing action. And then we can come right back. Exhale. Find your way in it. Inhale. Come in. Take the time now and walk through. So as we walk through, we're going to find this short version of a downward facing dog. And I'm going to use medium height blocks. Bending in the knees, lifting high onto the toes, sitting in. Back to that downward facing dog, just making sure we have a nice recovery for where we just were. As you plant one foot across the other, push into your hands, create length in your body. And that foot that is in front, that leg that is in front becomes the front leg now as you come into this lunge. Make it yours, decide the height of the blocks. We'll continue with smooth transitions of things that are familiar. We're going to then do the rolling series, and we'll incorporate some standing work. Most of our work is going to be from the floor today. As you are ready, anchor the back heel, lift the front of the front foot. Walk high onto the toes, rest the front foot still on here. Anchor the back heel, look ahead with the front of the front foot. We are flossing the nerves. One more time, please. As you come back into that short downward facing dog, this short pose, the blocks help. Anchor the inner heels. Take the time, cross the other leg over and just feel. Long torso. Neck release. And that front leg now becomes that lunging leg. Take the time, create that distance, straighten both legs. We are moving between those two places again. So when my front foot is down, I am not able to put my back heel down, so I can move between those two places. Let the blocks help you. Legs stay straight. Notice how you use your feet. Push forward. Giving the arms their turn now, we are turning the blocks low. And as we come into plank, we want to rock slightly forward and back. So we challenge the wrists. You're welcome to do without the blocks. As you cross one ankle over the other, come back into your downward facing dog. Try to keep that same distance, hands in your plank position, and just feel the continued lengthening. The ankle that is on top, we'll lift that leg. And as we bring that leg forward and through, we're going to aim the knee toward the opposite elbow, Here. And from this position, we're going to take that leg to this side. And as we square the shoulders with the floor, we can draw the legs toward each other. We can press the outer edge of that foot. If it becomes too much in any way, go back to your plank, make it a low plank. Many variations you all know. While we're here, we are aiming to go the other way as well, and so we want a lift. And as we do, there's this nice challenge. Oh, if I can keep my shoulders square with the floor. Swing that leg through, plant it in front. And I think we really worked on those hips well enough as far as a variation of movement. So now we'll work on stability, bearing down, reaching ahead. Hope you find a really long torso coming into your warrior one. We're going to back off to do more. Sliding the back leg toward the front leg just enough to anchor that legs together, pull them together. If you find that you can manage that pulling action with the back heel off the floor, go to it. Just notice what happens, lengthen the tailbone down, keep the ribs back. Lots of ways that we connect to strength. Exhale, swing the arms forward, stay long, long in your torso. Place your hands down, step back into your plank, and find again that downward facing dog. Here we go. The other ankle on top, anchoring the heel any amount, just to notice. In this asymmetry, the length that is afforded to us. Giving it time that is hanging. As we lift that back leg, opening any amount, you can turn out if you wish, but just reaching. Here we go, we're swinging that leg through, the knee comes across, we have this great twist. And then we can take the leg to the side. And as we do, the legs pull toward each other, and the outer edge of the foot bears down, and we wake up that outer hip. And then lifting the leg. Oh boy, that is different on this side. Next inhalation, bringing that leg through. You have this great lunge. Make your adjustments. Take the arms ahead. And feel your length. Yep. Inhale, come upright. Open any amount. So we arrive here and we notice the pushing action. Arms travel behind you. Pull the back leg in. Anchor both feet. And here we have a rolling set of actions. Changes everything. Sliding the back leg to the front leg. Come and sit this time. And then stand.